My name is Charles Klasson. I've been in the private equity, private family office business for 25 years, growing businesses, identifying platforms, making add-on acquisitions. Blackmore Connects is exactly what it states in its title, connections, bridging the gap between executives with ideas for platforms and private equity funds that back the kind of deals we're looking at. Well, I think the value proposition, Gerald, is you bring together resources and a network of private equity firms that executives can pitch their bios and their thesis to, and you take a lot of time out of it and make it easy. Well, it's a little bit more challenging if your world evolves around logging into LinkedIn every morning and doing queries to try to find private equity firms, then doing the research in terms of the kind of targets that they're looking for and the culture they have in their organization and what their investment criteria are. So the price of Blackmore Connects is minuscule compared to the time it saves you and just bringing these networks and these connections together. I think one of the key things is just the dialogue between the private equity firms and the panels and then the CEOs and their questions, and just helping raise the level of clarity around what they're looking for and what they're thinking about and how they look at executives. And it really helps you think about how you position yourself. Well, private equity, they may have their networks and their funnel of operating execs or their relationships. If you're not in that network, they're busy people, they're lean organizations, and they don't have the time to just listen to a random person with an elevator speech out of the blue. So it makes it, again, much more efficient. I think there's one other thing to add. When you have the opportunity to talk to up to 15 different private equity firms, there's a fit and there's culture and there's chemistry. So not everyone's a perfect match. And you identify and make relationships with PE firms that like what you're talking about. They want to co-develop the thesis, and it makes it a lot more effective because you have follow-up activities with certain firms and kind of a shared mindset, so that if you walk away with 2 or 3 strong connections that you can leverage, and a place to take some of the theses that you've generated.